Okay, you can see how wet that this power valve is. So I think that's the biggest issue. I mean, the cylinder's a little wet. But you can see how much oil's coming out of that power valve. So, okay, as you can see, mine looks good and dry. You know, the cylinder, you don't see where it's like it's been leaking. And that's what it looked like when I took it out of my car. I mean, it's you can tell there's a little bit of oil on it. Same with the power valve. You can see it's just a little bit wet, but I mean, it never really dripped in the garage or anything. So I don't think it's leaking that bad. It's probably one of the better ones I've seen on a used one, but it's definitely a lot better than the one that's on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch that out. I mean, you can see how dry the hoses were. So it's definitely gonna be an improvement. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe these down, clean them up, and then I'll start taking the old one out. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is break loose these two hoses that are on the cylinder here that go to the power valve. I'm gonna just break them loose here and on the power valve. I got a catch can underneath there for the oil. And you always want to use a flare wrench when working with steel lines like this so you don't crush those fittings. Once you get them broke loose, you can use a regular wrench to get them out the rest of the way. But to get them broke loose, you want to use a flare wrench. Now I'm going to break them loose on the power valve, which are these two lines right here. And these take a 7/16 wrench, the same with ones on the cylinder. Broke loose easier than I thought they would. That's and you remember how these crisscross each other here when you put it back together. Now there's two lines on the top of the power valve that go to the power steering pump. So I gotta break those loose and get those off. I'm gonna let that drain a little bit so I don't get dripped on. Now on my car, there's this bracket right here, just like this one. And I took it loose up here off the frame because I was not gonna need that bracket anymore on my car. So I took it off with this piece. Now this one I can take these two nuts off here to slip the cylinder out of this end. Okay, the other end of the cylinder has a ball joint on it, so I have to break it loose and pop it out of this arm here on this end. This shouldn't be all that tight. Shouldn't be. Because it pulls up on the taper, that's what makes it. Got this tool for popping these loose. There's two different positions on this. I had to move it up into the top hole. I hope that's going to work. I might have to move back down the bottom hole. And you want to leave the nut on there so when this pops loose, because it's on a taper, it doesn't shoot out of there. You can see it's loose in the hole now. Okay, now I want to break the other end loose. Okay, so this end's loose, it'll slide out. I've got to take the nut off the other end down here, and then we can lift this and just slide that out, get that out of there. And there you go. Okay, got to break the two lines loose from on top of the power valve. One of them takes a 7/16 and the other one's bigger. I don't know, I didn't think it was that big, but. Yeah, I think it's 5/8. So the last thing to take off is the power valve itself. Yep. Whoa. I'd use an old 2-wrench trick. Okay, I don't know, as tight as that nut was, I don't think I'm having any luck getting this one to loose. Okay, let me get the torch. It's amazing what a little bit of heat will do. Now comes the fun part. I have to put a pipe wrench on this and screw this off of here. Whoa. And there's the power valve. Okay, so now we're just going to put everything back on in the reverse order we took it off. I'm going to put this jack stand underneath of it to push up against the bottom of it, to hold it tight. Against that taper to keep it from spinning, if I can tighten that nut down. And I have one under the back of the car so I don't tip the car too far and have it come off the lift. Pry up on one end of the car like this. You're gonna make sure at the other end you have a jack like this under it, or it could tip off of the hoist. Okay, that's working. Okay, now I gotta see if I can get a cotter pin back in there. Okay, let's get that jack down out of the way. Okay, so next thing I want to do is hook the two lines back top of the power valve. Okay, the small one. Okay, that takes care of that. A third like that. Okay, why will that not go in there? There it goes. Just got to get it just right. And this goes to the top. This goes to the top of the cylinder. And there we go. I just got to put fluid in it once I get it down on the ground and bleed it. Basically just put fluid in it, crank the wheel back and forth a few times and keep checking the fluid until you can top it off and it doesn't go down anymore. So hopefully that takes care of the power steering. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll start on the next project here pretty quick on it. I'm probably gonna do the transmission pan gasket next. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.